He was absolutely terrified of me. The previous homeowner had told me that there were a lot of neighborhood cats that just kind of leave him be, so that's what I did initially. But I realized that he looked really, really thin. At the time, I wasn't really used to cats, so I didn't know what really you're supposed to do. I was leaving out a can of tuna right on my deck because he looked hungry. Eventually, once or twice a week, I started to put cat food out. He was still super afraid. He would meow and he would make eye contact too before he'd run off. He would just eat out of his little food and water bowl outside of my house. And if he noticed me on the other side of the glass, he would run away. But eventually he got comfortable with me through the glass and he would just kind of look at me and get back to his food and he'd be okay. And it gradually got better and better. I could open the door and just kind of watch him, but I couldn't even get close to touching him. So I thought, since I'm feeding this cat, I felt obligated to get him a house because it gets pretty cold in Michigan. I insulated it with blankets, just like a little home for him. The first night I put it out, I remember looking out the glass and seeing him in his house. He was looking at me. He just kind of put his head down and just started sleeping. When he slept in the house, I thought of a pivotal moment as being part of the family. I was still trying to get him to come up to me. I remember I opened the slider door and this time he wanted in the house. He just was afraid. He wanted to get the treat, but he didn't trust me. And then he actually took it from my hand. Basically, that was the turning point where I could actually pet him. Just pet him while my slider's open. I was able to capture him. He came in the house for the first time.
Come here. Here, I'll throw one to you. Ready? Hey, come here. Hey.
I kept the slider glass open and throwing treats at him.
Here's another one. Can you get it from my hand? Come here.
And he would eat them. I would throw another one a little bit closer to me, and he'd get closer and closer.
I'll throw one to you. Here you go. Hey, here you go.
He got close enough to me.
Come here. You checking the place out?
Kind of went really fast. From him not being able to be petted to him being petted and coming in the house was a pretty quick process once we reached that milestone. At that point, I would keep them inside the house, they say, just to kind of let them acclimate themselves to the new environment. So he did. I would just leave him alone. You'd hear him running around the house, which I thought was really funny. He still, to this day, very much loves being outside. I don't want to deny him his right to freedom outside. When I let him outside, he can be gone for hours, or even half a day. People would tease me because in one of the earlier videos, I say I'm not a cat person. No, I want him to stay inside. It definitely changed me as a person. It made me a lot more tolerant and kind of understand and learn what it's like to take care of something else. Just having someone depend on you is kind of cute. Say you never choose a cat chooses you. And I definitely feel in this situation, he for sure chose me.
Si amas a los animales, suscríbete.